Welcome back to MKE Gadgets. Please support me by subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. In today's project, we're going to use maker tube connectors, 3/4 inch electrical conduit that I got at the Ultra Mega Big Box store. And we're going to solve some problems I have around the shop. I received 3 welding curtains a few years ago as a gift, and I've been using them ever since. But they have a couple problems. One is they're not on wheels. For that, we're going to use these roller skates I got free off of Craigslist. That's going to supply the wheels. So I've made a couple projects with fast pipe connectors. And what you do is you end up with smaller pieces. Save them. Because I used all my scrap pieces and I made my prototype welding curtain frame. The current welding curtain frame is kind of flimsy and is always leaning the wrong way and has a tendency to tip over. With the maker pipe connectors, that all gets solved. These shower curtain hooks hold the welding curtain up to the frame, and every time you walk by or a little wind or the ceiling fan is on, it kind of makes this noise that after a while gets kind of aggravating. To solve that problem, we'll replace all the shower curtain hooks with a wire tie. The wire ties are easy to install and a lot quieter. So before we go take a look at the existing curtain, I want to show you how these wheels work. Once again, I use a scrap piece of conduit, 6 inches long. And the roller skate wheels are held in by a 1/4 piece of threaded rod. There's a nut and a washer on the end. I'll take that off. It just slides off. There's a washer here. I 3D printed 2 pieces. One I drilled out 1/4 inch, and that's so the threaded rod slides over it. The other side is threaded 1/4 20. So the threaded rod goes in there tight. Put the other end on. Washer. Wheel. Washer. And then the nut threads everything on. Snug that up. Slide in your 180 connector. And now you just added wheels to your build at a very reasonable cost. With the wider stance here, it will stop the curtain from falling over. So let's take a look at the existing curtain. You can see from this end shot that the curtain is kind of flimsy looking. The black metal tubing all snaps together like tent poles, and it came from across the pond, so it had to fit into a small box. But I just don't like the way it looks and the way it leans. So if we get a little closer here, and if the ceiling fan's on, it kind of shakes it. Or every time I walk by, and it makes that little clicking noise. Then you look at the feet, well now there's 2 feet to trip over all the time. So with no wheels on it, you have to drag it around, and that makes it even more flimsy. So that's the current one. Now here's the one I made. You can see from this angle here, it's not leaning like the other one. So I have 3 welding curtains to replace, and this is the first one. And then when you shake it, it doesn't make that clicking noise from the shower curtain hooks. I eliminated one of the legs on the bottom and put the wheels on, and it's a lot more sturdy, and it's a lot easier to move around. It can be very easily moved with one hand. Set back, and it doesn't have a tendency to fall over. I'm very happy with it. Now I just got to buy some more conduit and make some more. On the very top here, I printed out some 3D parts that kind of snaps in there, gives it a nice finished look. Talked about the 2 parts I printed that go in the leg. So I printed a foot here that goes in the bottom tube that touches the ground. This is MKE Gadgets. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a talent show about how to make a welding curtain frame out of Maker tube. And some roller skates I got off the curb. Some 1/4-20 hardware I had laying around. And some 3D printed parts. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please share this with your friends. And please support me by subscribing. And check out my other videos on YouTube. I have over 110 videos. Thanks, we'll see you tomorrow.